Hey, what's going on, everybody? Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Check it out, check it out. I'm continuing doing my test. And that's what I'm doing because I don't have nothing else to do. I'm not doing anything, so I figured I'd do this. And then somebody on my YouTube channel asked me, what's the purpose? Why am I doing this? There's a couple things I want to do. I do want to go powerless. And what I mean by powerless, I don't want to use extension cords. And I just ordered my first battery. My first lithium battery is going to be I believe it's 300 watts hours. So the one I just ordered is 300 watts hours. And I'm going to power one light with that, my moving head. So here what I have in mind. So I got my speaker stand, right? Because I want to use the speaker stands. I want to be a little bit, use these, or I'm going to probably buy something with the plate on the bottom. I'll figure it out, but right now I don't want to spend no money. But I do want to use these speaker stands. They're not doing anything. And of course, I'm going to put the scrim on it to try to make it look beautiful. I was thinking about the moving head. Either I could put it, I could buy a something to put it straight up, because I always put them sideways like that. If you notice, they're sideways. Because the way I programmed them, I've made all the lights forward, moving around. But now I was thinking about maybe just lower it down like that, just lowering them down so it'll be less strain on the motor, make them last longer. So I was thinking about that. And then I got to adjust them though. So if I lower the lights down, they got to move this way. You know, I don't know. I got to think about it. So I got to think what I want to do. So we'll see. But the light's not expensive. They're like what's the price? I think I got two for like 190 or something, 180 for two lights. So I do want to buy two more. And I do want to I want to put the moving head right here on top like I did, like I clamped it. And I want to put one of the Best Part 60s, clamp it. And this is already battery operated, so I don't have to worry about no battery to that. This one, I want to power with the battery. And I'm going to place the battery right behind the scrim right here. And I'm just going to connect it straight to the battery. I was looking into it. I just bought my first one. It's 300 watts hours. And I got a pretty good deal. And as soon as it comes here, it's going to be here on Tuesday. It's going to get here on Tuesday. I'm going to test it right away if I could pull what I'm guessing on this one. Here's what I'm guessing. So I hook up my little meter. I got my little kilowatt meter. It's over here right now. I plug it up to the speaker. I plugged this up to the speaker, but earlier I plugged it up to the light. I didn't plug it up to one light, but I did plug it up to the whole. I plugged up. This is what I plugged up. I plugged up the two moving heads. I plugged up the black light, and I plugged up my DMX Go. But my DMX Go never gonna be right here. I don't want to be too far away from the tablet, but I just did a test to check to see how much power I'm pulling. And these are battery operated, so I didn't have to worry about that. So basically, I just did all these right here, right? And I wanted to see how much power I was pulling, and I came up with this right here for my lights. I wrote it down because I'm going to forget. So for my lights, I was pulling 90 watts. And then I put right here, I want to run them for 6 hours. So it's simple math, right? Simple math. So I'm going to get my calculator. I got 90 watts. And hopefully I'm doing this right. I'm new to this game, so I don't want people, telling me, yo, you're doing it wrong. Yeah, I'm new to the game, so I'm learning. So I'm guessing it's 90 watts, and I want to run it for 6 hours. Simple math. Let's keep it simple. And I need about 540 watts hours to run my lights, right? So let's divide it, because I want to buy one. Let's divide that sucker. And if I divide it, it's 270. And the one I just ordered is 300. So to run that little light, it's going to be beautiful, perfect. Perfect. So if it works, and I could get 6 hours out of this, I'm going to get more than 6 hours, because I'm not going to have all that hooked up. Like I said, I'm not going to hook up the black light to it. Who knows? I might do the moving head, black light, and I have to power that. So I might do something like that. Who knows? But for now, I just want to do the moving head, the best part 60 and battery. Hook them up, and it's good to go. And I also want to power the little chingaling to it. I didn't do that test, but that's actually perfect because I didn't do the test, so I think that'd be perfect. I think it'll be able to run for more than 6 hours. So let's do this right here. This 90. I'm guessing, to be honest with you, I'm guessing it's less than even 45. I'm guessing 40 because I think that moving head is 30 watts or either 25 watts, 30 or 25. I'm going to connect the meter to it to find out exactly how much the light is generating, how much power is consuming. So once I do that, I have an idea. So anyways, let's just say it's 40 watts, 45 watts, right? And I want to run it for 6 hours. Still going to come up, I think, with the same answer. Yep, 270. So the one I just ordered actually is 320. I believe it's 320 watt hours. And you're not going to believe the price I paid because they're selling it for like $1 a watt almost. I thought I was going to pay around $300. Guess what I paid? I paid $200 on Amazon. There's nothing fancy about this little battery generator. There's nothing fancy about it. There's no bells and whistles. It's simple. And that's the thing about with me. I just want to get something simple. I don't want nothing fancy. I think it has I believe it had 2 ports plug in, a regular outlet, and I believe it has some USB connections. But I paid $200. Once I get here on Tuesday, I'm gonna hook it up. I'm gonna charge it, make sure it's fully charged. And here goes the thing about this. Like I said, they didn't have all the bells and whistles. It takes about 8 hours to charge this puppy. But I'm not tripping because my lights, everything takes a little while, and I could always have it always charged and ready to go. And then one of the days my gig, I could just charge it, make sure it's 100%. You know, that's the thing with my lights too. My lights run at let's say the wedges. The wedges, they run maybe 14 hours total because I did the test already. And they run total for 14 hours. Let's say I do a 5-hour gig. I could probably do multiple gigs, you know. If I do 5 hours, the next one I could do another 5 hours and maybe the last one. So I could probably maybe do 2 gigs, maybe even 3 gigs off one charge. But I never do that. And as soon as I get home, I put them away. And when I have another gig, I just charge them. So it'll be like real quick. It's not even drained yet. So once I charge these up, it'll probably take me like an hour to charge this up. You know, it's not going to take forever. I'm going to do the same thing with the battery. I'm not going to completely drain them. And then when I have a gig, I'm spending 8 hours. You know what I mean? 8 hours waiting for it to charge. So I'm always going to just use it, plug it up, ready to go. Same with my license. I never drain them, completely drain. So that's my goal. I'm doing some tests, and here's what I did so far. So I hooked up my equipment the way it is, everything. Well, it's down right now. So I'm playing some music right now. So right now I'm playing some music, right? What I did, I had the speaker off. I turned up all the volume up really loud. And I had everything, all this hooked up, except the speakers. And this is what I pull. I pull 130 watts. So check this out. Let's reverse that. So the little battery pack that I'm getting is 300, right? And let's reverse that, divided by 130. I probably could do 2.5 hours off that little battery if I hook up just the equipment part. Now, I hooked up I did one speaker right now. I just have the speaker hooked up right now. And I'm getting 60 watts. Let's reverse that, 300 off that one little battery divided by 60. I'm getting 5 hours. So that little battery that I got, I'm going to test that out, and I'm going to test one speaker out. If I could pull 5 hours off that little that little battery, if I could do 5 hours, that's amazing. Because another thing I want to do, that's what I'm saying. I'm getting ideas of these battery things, and a lot of people wondering why am I doing this. So I could have the battery right next to the speaker and plug it up. Because sometimes I do a lot of house parties, And sometimes I'm in a situation where I don't want to run an extension cord. I could run an extension cord, but sometimes I get lazy. I don't want to run an extension cord. So I'd rather just put a speaker there or put it somewhere and just hook up the battery to it and just plug it up, and I just run the cables to it. I do have a Alto's Stealth, and who knows, I might even bring that sucker back out and start using the Stealth a little bit more. So there's some things I want to do. So as soon as that little battery comes, I'm going to test a few things. I'm going to test the speaker, one speaker. I want to see if I do pull 5 hours. And that's only 300 watt hours. I'm going to get something even more powerful. I want to power my whole system. But I can't do this test until I do a party, because I want to really crank them up. I want to crank everything up, because when I notice is with the music, everything, the watts go up and down. The volts and everything goes up and down. The amps go up and down. So I don't have a consistent number. Like if I will plug a lamp, I'm getting a consistent wattage, voltage, everything's the same. But for this, the music is moving up and down. That's what I noticed. It has a varying. So as soon as I do a gig, I'm gonna crank that sucker up. I'm gonna crank it, and I'm gonna take my little meter with me. I'm gonna plug it up, and I'm gonna have an idea of what I'm pulling. And I think when I hook up that sub, I believe I saw 200 watt hours. You know what I mean? So if I get a 200 watt hours, let's do real simple math. 200. Like I said, I don't want people jumping on my channel, attacking me, because I really don't know what. I'm just guessing. I'm guessing. So they'll be like, "You're doing the calculation wrong, DJ Steady Models. You don't know what you're doing. Educate yourself." But it's funny because I just laugh at those comments. You guys just get brutal. You guys get brutal out there. So let's say it's 200 watts, and I want to run it for 6 hours. My goal is 6 hours. I never done a gig more than 6 hours. But hey, let's try it. So I'm looking at a little battery generator for 1200, and I was looking at this one little juicy generator for 1500. Oops, I put the dollar sign, my bad. 1500 watt hours. And guess what the price was on this little bad boy? And I'm looking at it right now. I'm so tempted. This is still in Amazon for oh, my bad. I was gonna put watt hours. $1,200. It's selling in Amazon. And I am so tempted to buy it. I want to get it. But first I just want to test it out. I like to test things out small. Don't want to spend too much money. So let's go test this out. If my calculation is correct. Because I know some of y'all like, you calculating things wrong, DJ Steady Miles. You're not doing it right. It's amps times whatever times this divided by this and add the pi to it, So so this is what I'm going to do first. I kind of got an idea. I'm going to get this battery. I'm going to see if I can power this for 6 hours. And like I said, I think it'll work. And I'm going to see if I can power one speaker up for 5 hours. I think that'll work. But when the battery comes here, then I'll set it up and do my test, because I ain't got nothing else to do. I ain't got no gigs. My next gig is going to be like in the middle of January. So hopefully that's when I'm going to test this system out. And yeah, your boy wants to go. I want to do a little something different than other DJs. And I'm surprised that a lot of people ain't jumping on this batteries with this pandemic. There's been a lot of tent gigs, a lot of outdoor gigs. And when they call me, I'm always, I do a lot of outdoor gigs anyways. But sometimes you got to run a huge extension cord. And if you notice in the tent gigs, they also have their little stringy lights hooked up, and they got all these coffee machines and all this stuff. So when you plug up your system, it drains there's a lot of overload. There's a lot of load in those batteries, I don't know if they run a generator or what they do, but so imagine you just have your own stuff and you don't have to worry about it, you could just show up and you don't have to stress about it. You say, I got this, you already know what your load could handle. So that's why I want to test it. I want to put the max load to it, and I rather get extra than don't have extra. Next thing you know, I'm unplugging things. I got to overload. Unplug the laptop. We don't need it. This sucker's charged for like, it should last for another hour, you know. Start unplugging things, you know. Yeah, I noticed that when the laptop is charging, let's say it's drained and I'm plug it up, it actually, you can see the everything just moving. Everything. If I plug up a fan, everything moves. But the audio stuff is a little different. It's hard to tell what you're actually using up, what kind of wattage you're using. Here's an example. If you plug it up to a refrigerator, or let's just talk about the AC. I notice when my AC will come on, right, it just pumps up, but as soon as you get to that temperature, it stops. And then as soon as it drops, the temperature starts going up again, it starts again, and then it stops. So that's the thing with the equipment also. It just goes up and then goes down. The song is like the hertz of the song. Sometimes some songs are punchy, and the next, you know, it just sucks up so much the watts. Next thing, the next song is a little nice and mellow. So even when I turn up the volumes, I notice that it goes up. I turn it down, it goes down. So I'm still testing everything out. I wish I had these batteries right now. I could test them, but I just have to be patient. I'm going to get my first battery on Tuesday, and I'm going to test it out. And what I want to do also, like I said, I'm surprised a lot of DJs ain't jumping on this. I'm all into technology. Always been into technology. I love technology. I love the way it advanced. I've been DJing for like 30 years, more than 30 years. And I never went to school and learned about this stuff. I never went to school. And I know a lot of you guys are more educated and stuff, and you guys could tell me all kind of stuff. I'm learning. I'm old school. I learned things by just plug and play. And this battery is new for me, and I'm going to start plugging and playing. And what I want to do, I just want to go completely off the grid. I want to go completely powerless, no extension cords. I just want to put a battery pack right here, power all my system, and another battery pack on my lights, power that sucker up. And I might have to buy different battery sizes for different loads. You know what I mean? So first, I'm going to get that small one. I'm going to do this thing, and if it works, my first gig, I'm going to have my speaker stand on one side and another one on the other side, and it's going to be running off batteries. And I'm going to be set up in the middle. And as soon as I got money, I'm looking at this right here, 1,500 watt hours. I'm looking at I'm eyeballing it. And another thing also I want to do is, right now, since I ain't got no gigs, I'm about to go in my den and bring out stuff that I don't use. I'm going to sell it. I've been collecting dust. I've had it for almost a year. They're not doing anything. I got these speakers right here. So I don't think I'm going to use the EVs again. So I'm going to put the EVs for sale. I'm going to keep the altos. And the reason why I want to keep the altos is I want to keep a small, medium, and large, just in case. You want to be flexible. So if somebody call me up for a small gig, I take the alto. Somebody call me for a medium gig, I'll take this. Somebody call me for something larger, I take the 2 subs and this, and maybe one alto as a monitor. So I like to be a little bit, so I'm not using the EVs, I'm going to sell them. I'm not using some other lights, so I'm going to sell them. There's some things I'm going to sell. And I'm hoping all that money will go to this. So your boy's a little penny pincher, you know, but that's my goal. I know it seems ridiculous to you guys, but it also, I was looking at those, well, I wasn't really looking into them, but those speakers that has those batteries on it, let's look at them. I don't even know the name of them, but let's just type in speaker, battery speaker. I don't even know the name of the brand. But I don't even know how to spell my fat fingers. I hope you guys are having a good Christmas. Everybody bounced on my house. They just say, "Peace, I'm out." They all went to California. They went back to Oakland. I had to work, so. But anyways, I'm looking at these like the Bose. I'm not sure if these are powered or battery. What's another one? See, I'm just giving you guys an idea. So this, let's say this is battery, $300, right? I'm already spending $300 right there. You know, and actually it's 200, and I'm being flexible. I'm being more flexible, so I don't even have to just use it. I could use this for other things. I could power this. I could power a TV. So mine is a little bit more flexible. This, if I get power speakers that are already battery operated, it's gonna sit there and collect dust. There are moving heads that have battery, and I already explained in my other video, like the JMAS. You know what I mean? Well, let's go back to the Bose. It's almost 640. I mean, 650. I could buy me a 500 watt hours battery pack, and I use that. That's what I'm saying. I could be more flexible. Check it out. Hold on. Let me see. Let's go back to the calculations. Can you guys see? It's getting dark up in here. So this is all my system with no speakers. I have 130 times 6 hours. See, I just need something. So I'd rather spend that money on, I could be flexible with that, you know, instead of just getting a speaker and you're not going to use them all the time. You're just going to just sit there, collect dust. You know, with the battery, for me, I'm a little bit more flexible, you know. I'm not going to use them for ceremony, so you got to stop tripping off the ceremony stuff. I just want to use it to power my lights, and sooner, you know, soon is going to be this right here. I'm going to power the whole system. I probably won't even hook up these, right? Because I was thinking about it, say how often I take these for a gig. So let's say I go DJ on the sand dunes. I'm just being crazy. So let's say they call me, a bunch of family gets together, and they say, let's hire a DJ, because I'm gonna start advertising like that, off the grid DJ and DJ anywhere. I'm gonna put sand dunes, campsite, you know, middle of the nowhere in the desert, you know, and then I'm gonna say, I'm gonna buy solar panels also, solar panels. The reason why I'm gonna buy solar panels, just to have them for personal use. Let's say I want to go camping or whatever. I want to have movie night. So these little batteries for me is a little bit more like a little personal. I want to have it just for personal use and for other use. And I'd rather just invest in the batteries and invest it in moving heads with the battery, speakers with the battery. The uplighting right there, now that's amazing right there. These uplightings, the wedges and all that, because they're already battery. I love these. The price is not bad, and I'm glad I did it. I bought some JMAS uplighting before. They look like the wedges, and those batteries only last an hour and a half. And I got so upset because I paid like $200 for them, and that was just a waste. And I bought 4 of them, and that was a waste of money. But I ended up selling them half the price, probably like $100, to some guy who was in a small band. And I told him, I'm always honest with people, and I said, yo, the batteries doesn't last that long. It lasts like maybe an hour and a half. He goes, that's perfect. That's how long my set is. I only play for like an hour. I just want to set up on the stage. Boom, I'm done in an hour. And I was like, okay. Just being honest with people. For me, like I said, I'm just looking into these batteries. I'm into technology, and these batteries for now, it just fascinates me. And I'm going to get batteries. And things are getting lighter. I'm telling you, it's getting lighter. Stuff is getting lighter. Everything's being a little bit more efficient. You know, and who knows? Who knows? Who knows where things gonna happen? I think I already saw a controller that has a battery already in it. A controller. You know, they make a controller with batteries. So I don't know. They're just gonna try to sell you more stuff, more equipment, and people are gonna be like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "Man, I told you about the battery packs." You know, you should have got a battery pack. And they're gonna buy a brand new controller, spending $1,200 because there's battery operated. You see, you're gonna see. So this is your boy DJ City Manos, and I'm gonna start plugging up all my stuff, everything, because everybody bounced on me. They just say peace. So I'm gonna plug up speakers. I already know what this one is running. I'm gonna take one light, moving head, and I'm gonna run it with a chingy link. So I want to have it hooked up in case one of those days I forget to charge it. And you know, I just have to hook up a battery pack to it and put it to the speaker stand, put the scrims on, put it anywhere. Don't have to worry about no wires. I'm good. So for now, that was what my main goal is, to get these speaker stands to work. And I want to make them battery operated. And then from there, I can put my T-bar. Let me see. Yeah, let me see. No, I need more than that. Where's my calculator at? Let's see the T-bar. I think I already did it. The T-bar is right here. Lights. That's a T-bar. 90 watts times 6 hours. Yeah. So this one's going to barely make it for 6 hours. But my gigs, like I said, I never do 6 hours. The most is always 4 hours, 5 hours. I never got to 6 hours. So it looks like it's pulling. Let's do 5 hours. 90 times 5. See, 450. And plus, I'm not going to have my my DMX Go connected like that, because it has to be close to a tablet. So if I put my T-bar far, like, I mean, this is good. It still make the connection, but if I go further than that, like if I put it in the den, that's like a loose connection. Like if it's 15 feet, even if I get close to the door, it lose connection. That's pretty far. It should be making connection, but man, I got a little Amazon cheap tablet. All right, this is your boy, DJ Steady Manos, and I got some work to do. I am out. Peace.